What is going on, YouTube? Stepfire here. In today's video, we're gonna have a little fun because I know I'm an old gamer. All right, I'm 32, which apparently is actually not too old. In a survey that I just kind of came across on the internet, it showed that most players come from an 18 to 35 demographic. Now I'm knocking on that door because right after 35, it's a huge drop. I think it's 35% of gamers are from 18 to 35, and it drops down to 17%. I think 20 something percent come from the ages of like just being a kid up to 18, and then after 35 it goes from 35 to 55, and then 55 it kind of peaks up again, which I thought was crazy because if I was 55 years old, I don't think I could just pick up an Xbox. I mean, maybe someone from my generation will be able to pick up a new gen, you know, 15 years from now, but just because we grew up in a world where everything's just new. Next year something's new. I mean, if you think about it, cell phones 5 years ago are just completely outdated from what we have now. It's insane the advances that we get, and we have to adapt to that. So maybe we'll be fine, but the generations from the past, I don't think if I don't play video games, I don't think I'd be able to grab an Xbox and know what the hell I'm doing. I was just moving sticks, and people would shoot at me, and I'd be like, oh my god. It would just be so overwhelming, and I mean, I could just be talking ignorant, but because I'm not a 55-year-old, but I see it to be overwhelming. The people that I do know that are from the ages of 55 and above are just so, I mean, they have issues handling their iPhones, not alone a fucking Xbox One or a PlayStation or a PC gamer. So I started asking myself, am I getting to that point where I'm too old for gaming? So I literally typed, am I too old for gaming? And 5 things came up online where it's like it's a list of 5 things to see if you qualify as a person that is too old for gaming. And I think it's fun. I thought it was funny, and I just wanted to share it with you guys and just kind of show you what I think about it, because I'm teetering. I'm at that point, There's a lot of things happening in my world. I got a house, I got a wife, a dog, I have a job. Like, I mean, I could still put in about 40 hours a week of gaming, but it doesn't come easy. I don't have a kid yet, but that could be coming up soon as well. So, and that could be a reason why there is a dramatic drop off after 35. At that point, if you have to be a father or mother, well, I don't know why I said that weird, father or mother, obviously your priorities change. But I still feel confident that I'm going to come down and, pick up the stakes, just because, kids are going to go to bed at one point. That's the one thing I'm grateful for, that I game at night. So, and I don't really need a lot of hours of sleep, so I get to sneak in a lot of gaming in between the hours of like 10 and 3 in the morning. So 10 at night and 3 in the morning. But I thought this list was pretty cool, so let's just get right to it. And number one is you never finish games. So you are an old gamer if you just start playing a game and all of a sudden you just never have time to finish. Now, I play multiplayer. There's a very few games that I actually play that are story mode, even though I will dabble, here or there with some of these. But I play Call of Duty, obviously, and lately I've been posting Destiny videos, so I play Destiny as well. I'm always pushing it. I'm always pushing it to the, I'm max prestige in Call of Duty. I've been max prestige for a little bit now. I've always maxed prestige every Call of Duty that's ever come out since Modern Warfare 2. So that has not stopped. Matter of fact, I think I prestige quicker. Now, you can make the argument that it's easier to prestige in Call of Duty nowadays because of double XP, and it's a little easier to rank up. If you guys remember playing Modern Warfare 2, man, that stretch between 60 and 71, I mean, you could play for hours, and it would take you weeks just to get up there. And we had no double XP back then. So there are a few things that the new Call of Duties have that make you prestige, I think, a little quicker. But with that being said, I still put in tons of hours. I don't think I don't stop playing a game because I just don't have the time for it. I might not be into it. For example, I bought Fallout 4, and those type of games, I don't just go ahead and burn through them. I'll put them in if I ever need a break from COD or Destiny, and I just need to do something where it involves roaming and looking through tin cans and shit. But it's not like, oh, I don't have time for this. You know, it might be I don't have time for this because I gotta pop in, Call of Duty, but I don't think it's because, oh, well, look at the time. So I don't think I qualify for that yet. So let's go on to number 2. You have to justify a new purchase, meaning you have to justify why you're buying a new game. Whether you're justifying it to yourself or you're justifying it to your significant other, the person you share a home with, a life with. I don't need to justify shit, and this is why. The reason I don't have to justify anything because I was lucky enough to find a wife that also understands gaming. She games herself, probably not as much as I do, but usually in the summer she'll grind out a lot. So I don't have to justify that. Now, if we're in a pinch, I'm a respectful husband, and I will, be like, hey, I'm gonna buy this game. Just a heads up, if you see $60, leave the checking account. But the way we have our situation is I have my own little money stashed aside for my own little personal things, video games being one of them. And ever since I started YouTubing, all this stuff costs money. The camera, the microphone, all that stuff. But that's, what you're talking about is it too old to be YouTubing. It's too old to be a gamer. And do you justify your purchases? I don't have to justify that yet. I'm very responsible. I don't go overboard. I'm not someone that just buys tons of games. I usually buy 2 or 3, and that's really all I play. I mean, like, if you were to rewind the last 6 months, all I do is play Call of Duty and Destiny, and I maybe have messed around with a little Madden here or a little Fallout, or that might be it. I mean, I've been thinking about buying Halo, and I don't roast me on that. I know a lot of people are huge Halo buffs. I've always, I never played Halo for the multiplayer. I always played for the campaign. It's kind of fun to go through it with all your friends because you can do like the, team up co-op campaign. But then it just becomes it just sits in the shelf and collects dust like all my other Halos. So, but I am interested in purchasing Halo and playing a little multiplayer and kind of getting used to that. But yeah, that's I don't think number 2 counts for me. So, so far, I'm 2 for 2. I'm still good, or 0 for 2, I guess, if I'm looking at that. I don't qualify for that yet. So let's go on to number 3. You worry that games are getting too serious. Hell no, that ain't me. And this is why I like serious games. I like competition. I like when you get off your gaming, station for the evening and you're just raging because you just went, 2 wins and 10 losses in Call of Duty, or something along those lines, where it's like you just had a bad time, you had a bad experience. It's still fun for me. I always use the analogy of golf. Now, if you guys don't golf, look it up, okay? Because you'll see where I'm coming from. Golfing is a sport where the first couple times you play, it is so much fun. You don't know at all. You have no idea what you're doing. You don't know what club to use. You're slicing, hooking, shanking, killing wildlife around the area, destroying the trees. The last thing you're doing is putting the golf ball right down the fairway. But it is so much fun because you're out there, you're not working. It's nice and sunny. You're having a couple beers with your friends. You got a nice little dip in, But then what happens? Then you start learning golf. You start learning what club to use, what situation. Should I use a wedge? Should I use a wood? All this other stuff. And then you start hating it. Why? Because you're not good. And you know what you need to do, but you can't do it. That's like gaming for me. Like when I'm playing, I always play competitive Call of Duty, and sometimes it's a great night and you just win, and then sometimes you just get your teeth kicked in, whether it's because of you or because of your teammates, or because Treyarch hasn't figured out a way to, notice that players forfeit. Maybe we should just end the match as opposed to letting you play a capture the flag 4v0, and I can't go upstairs to drain the main vein for 1 minute where I come back and I'm booted and banned. But that's not neither here or there. I'm just saying I like serious games. I like competition. You know, I do not qualify for that. So let's go to number 4. I'm starting to get scared. We're getting close to the nitty gritty. Damn. You start wearing gaming apparel when it doesn't fit your age, I guess. They have a picture, actually, of these two dudes that are clearly over the age of 35. And one's rocking a Pikachu hat, and the other one is rocking like a Mario hat or something. As you can see, you guys don't know what that symbol is. That is the Cerberus symbol of Mass Effect. Obviously, a video game. Am I okay to wear this hat? Should I wear this hat? I mean, it's a nice hat. It looks like a team's emblem for everyone that doesn't play video games. But am I going to get a 14-year-old kid to walk up to me and be like, why are you wearing that hat? It doesn't fit you. You ain't Cerberus. I think it's a nice hat. I'm not going to go crazy and wear like a Pikachu shirt with a freaking, fucking Pikachu hat with ears and shit. Like, I'm not going to go that insane. But I do own t-shirts, graphic tees of some video games. I own graphic tees of TV shows or movies. I got a nice Kylo Ren shirt because I'm a Star Wars fan. So, am I too old for Star Wars? Can I not wear movie shirts? I don't think that one really is. As long as you're not, I guess, doing cosplay and stuff like that. But even that, I still think you're cool. I guess as long as you're not wearing that to go to work. I guess if you know when and where to wear that, like if you're going to Thanksgiving dinner at your in-laws, you're not going to wear a Cerberus hat with a Call of Duty hoodie. Maybe not. I mean, okay, I see their point, but I still feel if you wear it in moderation, you'll be okay. As long as you wear it in moderation. So I'm going to give myself like a half a point for that one. So I'm still good. I'm still in the clear. Let's go to the last one. I think they got me. They got me on this one. The number 1 is when you have to ask, are you too old for gaming? Ugh. Alright. You know what? 1.5 out of a possible 5 points. I think I'm good. I think I still have a lot of years left. Now that could change. Well, all of a sudden I have triplets or something like that. Yeah, let's not think about that. Let's think positive. But I guess I'm still in that realm. Now, I am interested to see what happens after you hit that 35-year mark. I was actually surprised. I really thought video gaming would be something like huge, like 50% from the age of, like, I guess, birth to 18, and then a slow drop off, and then a slow drop off, and then a just almost flat line. I didn't actually realize where I'm in the realm of people gaming my age. Now, with that being said, I don't know how much gaming they actually do. Like this analysis was just people that play video games. It never said how much you play. So I still consider myself up there. Like, I play a lot of games. Like, I mean, to balance my type of living where I have to work, full-time job, I'm a full-time husband and homeowner and dog owner and, like all that stuff, and still be able to put in as many hours as I do playing video games, it takes a lot of life balancing, which back then I didn't have when I was in my teens. So, I think I'm still good. I think I still have a lot of years left. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are old like me and you game, hopefully you got a little chuckle from that, and maybe look at yourself in the mirror and see where you're at with that list. But guys, leave a like if you enjoy the video. Comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you are, and subscribe if you want to see more of Sith Power's videos. YouTube. We'll see you soon.